Okay, today we have an open discussion, so there will be no speaker. So I will call on the hands raised in the order as I see them.
I tend to be a perfectionist, and I don't think that is a good thing for us because nothing is perfect in life. But I, as a person who used to stutter, have this tendency to be a perfectionist. So my question is, how do you think perfectionism is impacting the condition?
Like everything else, it can be both good and negative. I agree with Coach Lee that we should always tell ourselves when you fall, no one is perfect. We shouldn't be perfect, but we should work our best as much as we can. So in that way, perfectionism can be good if you know that for each day, for today, you have practice what is expected from this program.
Perfectionism is the fundamental cause of stuttering. It's number one. I would be dumbfounded if every person here isn't a perfectionist at some level. They're trying to be. And of course, the problem is no one is perfect, and no one is ever going to be perfect, and no one's speech is perfect, and it's never going to be perfect. We are all going to make mistakes as long as we live in our speech. So, one of the first things we have to learn to overcome stuttering is to stop beating ourselves if we make some mistakes occasionally when we speak. It's okay. It comes with being human, which is not to say we shouldn't try to be the best speaker we can be and to get better. That's fine. But you cannot punish yourself mentally or otherwise for making mistakes in your speech or for any other mistakes that are not intentional. So that perfectionism is the cause of stuttering. That's the nail on the head. And this question addresses the reason we're all here.
Finding beauty in imperfection. So there is a concept in Japanese called wabi-sabi. So it means finding beauty in imperfection. So what they do is, I think these ceramic pots and vases are very famous in, China and Japan. So when a vase breaks, right, what they do, they put the vase back together using gold, which is already broken, is made more beautiful by gluing the gold to fix it. So I think when you give more importance to be perfect every single time, you kind of go into a negative spiral. So it's okay. It's okay to stumble, like words, repeat a word here or there, as long as like don't go into being like too harsh on yourself, just like Coach Lee said. Imperfect speech is actually the normal speech. Everybody speaks that way, so it's okay, right?
Perfectionism is not a good thing since speech needs to be an unconscious decision. So when we embrace perfectionism, we are making it conscious. We are making speech a conscious activity by each and every time embracing perfectionism, and always make room for mistakes because nothing is perfect. I think what we should aim is spontaneous and an automatic mode of speech rather than perfectionism mode of speech.
The magnetic habit of stuttering is strong. So our forced concentration on the crutch must be even stronger. Under pressure, if we talk less and in short groups of words, it will easily overpower the stutter habit's magnetic force. So this is kind of the first time that I thought of stuttering as a force, and I have to combat it with my crutches, and I will, and everyone can. Thank you.
When I was younger, I used to think that everyone else spoke perfectly and I stuttered. But it wasn't until I joined Toastmasters that I realized that when I started paying attention and trying to learn how to be a better speaker, I noticed how many imperfections people have in their speech. So I was holding up myself to perfectionism, and everyone else I thought was perfect wasn't. So that helped me a lot.
Perfect daughter, sister, etc. That has led me to putting in more work than I might have had if I wouldn't had that perfectionism in me.
No one is perfect but our God. If you try to be perfect all the time, you will set yourself up for failure. We are human. No one is perfect. We don't have to be on our best all the time. We don't. So
I have found a way to use my perfectionism to my advantage by redefining what perfect means to me. As I fell more in love with using my speech plan of short link stop, my idea of perfection changed from fluent speech to wanting to perfectly use my speech plan every time I speak.
There is, in a sense, a spectrum of acceptance and improvement, no? But in this case, I think perfectionism is taking the really useful and good and beneficial concept of progress, take it to extreme that is really unhelpful. Why? Because it makes you judge yourself in a very harsh manner, in a very crude manner, in a way that isn't fair to you, to your family, to your friends, etc. The impulse is to judge ourselves and say, oh my God, I'm so silly, so dumb, etc., for doing all of those things. But I think it's extremely important to be careful, to be nice, kind, and compassionate. It's really important to remember that in speech, there's only two grades. Is it a bad incident, like passing or failing? Okay. All of us, all speakers, even the best speakers, have choppiness. All of them. They don't care about it. It doesn't change their identity. It doesn't change their mindset. It doesn't change their self-value. Okay, so I think it's really important that we have that exact same mindset. Okay, choppiness isn't stuttering. It's it's something that they all do. So just judge yourself in terms of passing or failing.
For example, stumble upon a word, or if you do this, these small flaws or mistakes that don't qualify as a speech disability, all of this is going to make like a snowball that every time you have those stumbles, it gets bigger and bigger, and it's going to affect yourself. Instead, to make an effort to improve every day.
Before, I used to compare myself and my speech to everyone else on the program. Everyone can do this. I can't, This time around, I really put my heart and soul into reading every day and doing the crutches and attending practice sessions. Oh my God, it's so important. As Pratusha says, you must double or treble up on all your reading. Just give it your heart and soul. You will never get to where you want to be if you don't put your heart and soul in it. And as well, the only person important in the program at the start when you join is you. Don't be comparing yourself to anyone else. Don't compare yourself to others. give it your heart and soul. If you aren't reading aloud each day, you're not doing your mind training, you're not going to get probably to where you want to be.
So fantastic, Tara. Like everything you said, how you said it, both a 13 out of 10.
Oh,
Like
stop.
I cannot agree more. You're
Okay,
doing a
thank you,
great
Noah.
job.
Say it's not, you know, that bad to be a perfectionist. You just don't want to take it to an extreme level. Like, say that you are a basketball player and you go into a game wanting to make every shot. Well, that's impossible because you're not going to make every shot. And as Sebastian and Javier alluded to earlier, there's only two grades here, pass or fail. And as long as you're not appearing speech disabled, that's what matters most at the end of the day. So yeah, don't be a perfectionist, or you can be a perfectionist, but just don't take it to an extreme level.
We urge all of you, are we giving our best? That's our goal, not perfectionism. Our goal is our best. In 99+% of the cases, it will be sufficient to achieve our reasonable goals.
Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. It's time to close our meeting. I hope that you enjoyed exchanging thoughts with ex-stutterers and those fast becoming ex-stutterers. I will now end with our motto. If you can say one word anywhere, anytime, you can say and love to
any
say
word.
any word, anywhere, anytime.
Anytime.
Until next
Yay!
Saturday, everybody. Have a great
Noah.
weekend.
Woo!